Hello, I'm Shawn with United Foodservice Solutions, here to help go over how to get your new Oil Disposal Shuttle ODS 300 assembled. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start by getting everything out of the box. Now that we've gotten everything out of the box, we'll just want to make sure that we're not leaving anything behind in the box. Please double check that. There will be a few components here that are inside of the shuttle itself. You're going to have this bracket, and the pump head will be inside of the shuttle itself. So once you take the basket out, you're going to see the additional parts inside sticker. These are going to be your two parts that are still inside. You're going to need to reach in and pull them out and verify there's nothing left in the shuttle or in the box. Alright, so now that we've verified we have everything we're supposed to have in the box, we're going to go ahead and get started with assembling it. So the first thing we'll want to do is go ahead and get our hardware out. And also in this bag, you're going to find your set of instruction manuals. This will walk you through step by step how to install the system as well. So the first thing that I would do is start with getting the handle assembly put on, which is just going to be four bolts and nuts. Alright, so now that we have our handle installed, we'll go ahead and get the handle bracket installed, which is just going to use the bracket and the two remaining nuts and bolts. Now that we have the shuttle portion of the ODS assembled, we're going to go ahead and get into the pump and the plumbing. So in the brown box we took out earlier, we're going to find our pump. There'll be two pieces. You're going to have your handle, and below that you'll find the pump. So there will be a couple things to watch for when assembling this. You'll see on the back side of the pump housing, we're going to have two different labels: in, where our oil's coming in, and then out, where we're going to be pumping the oil outbound. So first we'll have to go ahead and get the handle attached to the pump, the shaft here. On the shaft there will be a small indent. This bolt will tighten down and be secured within that indent. And we want the handle facing out away from the pump body itself. Now that we've got our handle attached to our pump here, we're going to want to go ahead and get the associated plumbing attached to it. There's only going to be two pipes for that. This is going to be our inbound pipe. So this is going to go into the bottom of the pump where it says in. After we've already applied our thread sealant, which is important, you do need a thread sealant for this. We're going to go ahead and just thread that in there. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and place this in the handle bracket. We're going to want to make sure that this is backed out all the way so the pipe slides down easy. And we'll go ahead and drop that in there. And now we'll get our outbound pipe put on. You'll notice on the pipe, one end is going to have a T-fitting with a plug on top, and the other end is just a 90. The 90 side, we're not going to attach to anything. That's where the oil is going to discharge. So the T-fitting side with the plug is going to attach to the top of the motor. So we'll go ahead and thread that in there. And then once we get these started by hand, we'll want to come back through and tighten them up with our wrenches. All right. Well, now that we have everything assembled, there's just one thing I want to make sure you notice, or that the end user notices. On the handle side of this pump, at the top, you're going to see an arrow. This pump is directional, so if you're standing behind it where you can see in and out, the arrow is going to be pointing at you. The end user needs to spin this in the same direction as the arrow to pump the oil up and eject it out. One of the last things we're going to do here is just show you how the crumb basket goes in. You're going to see it has that kind of triangular little bracket on the bottom of the basket. That's because this will only go into the ODS in one direction, and that's with this facing back towards the pump. And if you look inside of the unit, you'll see there's a small area that this will sit in. So what we're going to want to do is put this end in first, at an angle. Drop it in like so. And the final step is going to be placing our warning label on it. You can reference the manual to see exactly where you want to place that. Place our warning label on there, and that's it. Just a few quick points on the use and operation of the ODS 300 now that it's assembled. First, when you go to dispose of oil for the first time, you are going to need to rapidly crank the handle to get that to prime the pump. Number two, if you're using this on a larger fryer like a Velocity or a PXC 100, you are going to need to make 2 trips. A couple other things, this is designed for cold oil. It's not designed for hot oil, so you're going to want to make sure the oil is below 100 degrees when you're disposing of it, and it is designed to only dispose of oil, so we don't want to have any kind of water or cleaning solutions, oil only. If you have any questions at all about the assembly process on the ODS 300, please contact us at United Foodservice Solutions. If the end user has any questions about the use of the equipment, please see our previously released videos.